you. Oh, thank you.
You're here.
Cheers. You're here. I'm Al. If you didn't get that yet, who's Al? Cheers, Dad. And Sonia, where's Sonia?
I'm right here.
Sonia is our other kid, too. So it's great to have you at our only groom's dinner that we're going to have. That's it. So thank you for being here. It's great to have everybody here, especially those who have traveled far, like the Alaska table.
And Canada.
Ohio, Canada, Great Florida,
Phoenix.
Phoenix,
Minnesota.
It's great to have you all here. There was a point in time, I know, where Katie and Jaren were toying with the idea of a small ceremony. I think at one point it was going to be really small, maybe? Kicking that idea around. Yeah, like 2 people small. So, I thank you all for being here and being part of this with us. I know it means as much to you guys as it does to us. We love them as much as all of you do. But I especially want to thank Katie and Jaren for not having the little wedding. Because here we are, you know. It's not a funeral.
Yeah.
We can be together and we can celebrate this wonderful celebration. I know I speak for everybody who love you. Love you so much. Here's to you.
Because they love each other forever. I know.
I like what Jesus said, that they should rise to the good for each other. And after a few years, they should have at least 1 date night per month.
I thought you were going to say 1 kid at least.
1 special date night per month.
Don't go to bed upset at each other. Say I love you at least 3 times a day.
Night.
Enjoy the honeymoon. It's like all downhill from there. I'm just kidding.
Thanks.
Congratulations. Love you.
Husbands, they say to the darndest thing.
They should remember how they feel right now, today.
No fears. Are we recording?
You want to have a happy marriage, don't listen to Woody's advice.
But we hope you eat lots of pancakes when you're married. Yes. And we have endless maple syrup. And always have maple syrup wherever you go. Keep things sweet. Yes, keep things sweet. That's what
Will all of you witnessing these vows do all in your power to support these 2 in their marriage? If so, say we will.
We will.
You may now be seated.
Promise to love and care for you in good times and hard times. I promise to share in your dreams and to encourage you as you work to achieve your goals. I promise to see you fully without letting my own problems get in the way. I will be there for you when you need a friend and will respect you as my equal. I want to grow old with you, and I know you'll always be the best part of my life.
Might not make it through this. Kind of long. Jaren, these things I promise to you. I will treat you with respect, appreciation, and give you the most vibrant kind of love. I will be faithful and continue to grow an awesome life with you until the end of time. I will strive to make joy, understanding, and patience a permanent part of our family together. I promise to communicate openly and honestly with you as best as I can. I promise to nurture you and encourage your creativity and your dreams as we grow. I will strive to remember the beauty of spontaneity and adventure. I will stand by you with courage and strength through all the changes in our lives and walk with you through all weathers. I promise to be your best friend through it all and to grow in love with you forever. I love you to the moon and back and always will.
I give you this ring
As a symbol of my everlasting love
as a symbol of my everlasting love
and my commitment to you and our life together.
and my commitment to you and our life together.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
I'll be proud to call you my wife.
I'll be proud to call you my wife.
I give you this ring
Jaren, I give you this ring
as a symbol of my everlasting love
as a symbol of my everlasting love
and commitment to you and our life together.
and commitment to you and our life together.
From this day forward,
From this day forward,
I'll be proud to call you my husband.
I'll be proud to call you my husband.
I do.
And do you take Jaren to be your husband?
I do.
With the power vested in me, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the
You know, it wasn't long ago that we were sitting around the dinner table, and Katie and I had something really in common in that we could not get a word in edgewise. So Katie invented this idea of the salt shaker, and whoever possessed the salt shaker had the microphone. So thank you, Katie, and thank you, Jaren. This is just a wonderful time of getting together and celebrating. And I thank you so much for joining, many of you coming from some significant distance and joining us here today. So welcome everyone. Congratulations to Katie and Jaren, proposed to the newlyweds.
Jaren and I first met in the first weeks of college about 5 years ago, and since then we've shared a house, and we've shared some of my most treasured musical experiences, and not to mention quite a friendship. I had a hard time figuring out exactly what I would say tonight to try and capture the essence of what our friendship has been thus far, but I think one story is very telling. Very soon after Jaren graduated, and moved very, very far away from us, from Ann Arbor all the way to Montana. And Woody and I, who lived with him, we were trying to organize a trip out to see him, but it wasn't until they moved out to Houghton that we were able to finally see them. And almost a year and a half had passed since the three of us had been together. And in my experience, when old friends re-meet after a very, very long time of separation, there's usually a bit of time to warm up. There's usually a period of time we have to warm up to the other person, and it takes a while for all parties to get reacclimated to each other's personalities, their sense of humor, etc., etc. But when the three of us got back together again in October, none of that usual awkwardness was there. We just hit the ground running, and it was so natural at one point that I turned to Woody and I said, it's like not a single day had passed since we had separated. And he wholeheartedly agreed. So much so that since that day, I've heard him refer to other people who he's met after not seeing them after a while, and has used Jaren, our relationship, as a benchmark for something like that. Meeting so-and-so again is just like when we saw Jaren, he would say. And while this doesn't really seem like much, I've remained astounded by it. It hasn't been such a long time since that happened, but you know, it's been a really, really powerful moment despite its potential smallness. It's not every day that, you know, someone finds a friendship as resilient as the one that Jaren and I have, and that the one that Woody and I and Jaren have. I consider myself privileged to be friends with Jaren, be friends with Woody. And so with that in mind, I think Katie, you have a particularly wonderful life ahead of you if you're going to share with Jaren. And I think you picked absolutely the right person to do that with. So I guess, raise our glasses to the happiness that hopefully never ends.
about 12 years ago. We were sitting on Katie's bed, eating dried apricots and almonds. And I had just discovered that you could choose any song you wanted to walk down the aisle to for your wedding. And we were listening to Enya at the time. And I was like, man, this song, it was Wild Child. And I was like, this would be a great song to walk down the aisle to. And she said, you know, you're right. I think I'm going to marry a red-headed Irishman. And I was like, okay. And so, we don't have red-headed Irishmen, you have a fine Norwegian boy there. That was also the day that we decided that we would be in each other's weddings. And here we are, 12 years later, and I'm so happy that I get to be a part of this day with you. So, to Katie and Jaren, whoop,